Hey everyone, welcome to episode 14 of Cool Chords. Today we're going to be taking a look at an amazing song by Steve Lacy entitled Dark Red. Hope you enjoy. Alright, so this is an amazing progression. It's got a nice use of passing chords, and it also shows you how you can alternate between dominant 7 and major 7 off of the same root note, which is really cool. So we're going to start, we're in the key of B flat major, and it starts with just a B flat major bar chord, so we're starting on the 1 chord. And you just do 4 down strums. Each chord just gets 4 down strums, except for the last 2 actually. And then we go down to an A flat minor chord. So just slide the same chord down 2 frets, but take your middle finger off to make it minor, right? Now what's so interesting about these 2 chords is typically if you're playing a major chord and you move down a whole step, the more common voicing that you would see is just going from a major chord to another major chord, right? That's a little bit more typical of something you would encounter in a rock song. Right, but notice when we switch it to minor, all of a sudden it gets a little bit more dark sounding, right? Which is really cool, and the reason why this chord works is because it's not so much that it's related to the first chord that we played, but it's related to the chord that we're landing on after this voicing. So then after this, we go to a G flat major chord, so the same shape that we played for the first chord, but down starting on the 2nd fret, right? Because if we now if we look at the 2nd chord going into the 3rd chord, right, that's a really clear, smooth resolution, right? So now we have, right, and that just lines up really nice. So in terms of Roman numerals, we're starting on the 1 chord. Now this right here, you know, you could say flat 7 minor if you wanted, but I would just consider it the 2 chord of G flat major because like I was saying, it's resolving to G flat major. So I would say that he's moving, starting on B flat major, and then he's targeting G flat major by using the 2 chord right here, and then you get to G flat, which you can either think of that as a G flat major, like the 1 chord, or you can think of it as the flat 6 chord in B flat and B flat, right? Because G flat major is part of the parallel minor. So if you're unfamiliar what that means, if we're in the key of B flat, right, we have a B flat major scale, which obviously is what the first chord is coming out of, right, if we're starting on a major chord. But then we also have the B flat minor scale, which is the parallel minor, and the notes change up a lot when we go from major to minor. So now the D is flatted, the G is flatted, right? Instead of a G natural, you have a G flat. So that's where that chord comes from, right? You can think of that as the flat 6 chord of B flat minor. So we're starting in B flat major, the 1 chord. Then we're doing like the 2 of G flat major, and then we land on G flat major, which I guess I would think of it as the flat 6 chord. And then this last movement right here is probably my favorite part. So we move up a set of strings and we do a B7 bar chord. So 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, right? Pointer, ring, pointer, pinky, pointer. And we do this twice. And then we actually just add our middle finger to the 3rd fret on the 3rd string to make it major 7. So we do dominant twice and then major 7 twice. Now that is really cool. So like I said, we're in the key of B flat major. So if we look at a B7 chord in relation to B flat major, it might seem a little bit weird at first, right? It's a half step up. But what that is the tritone substitution. So we've talked about this in some other videos, more of the jazz lick videos, but what a tritone substitution is typically whatever key you're in this case B flat major, you take the 5 chord of that key. So in the key of B flat, the 5 chord would be F major, right, or F dominant, whatever you want to call it. And then you go a tritone away. So a tritone is a flatted 5th. So in this case, the tritone sub of F is B, right? So I take a B chord and you play a dominant 7 on that. So that's the tritone sub of F. So it just changes the movement of the chord, right? So now instead of going like this, right, having that 4th movement, now you have, gives you that half step movement instead. But now what's unique is he does the B7 chord twice, and then he switches it to major 7. So major 7 is another option that you can do when you're writing songs if you want to just go a half step above the key that you're in and play a major 7 chord. Right? Those work nice together. That's called planing, when you take a voicing and just move the same voicing around. And I'm willing to bet that a lot of those guys, you know, write this way. Just take a voicing, just move it and see what happens. So all together now we have. Then just repeat it. Okay, so that is our song for this week. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something. And if you would like me to cover any other songs for this series, if you want me to break something down for you, if you submit a donation to the PayPal link in the description, submit, you know, whatever amount you want, and if you request a video, I will gladly make it for you. So if you're interested in that, feel free to follow the link in the description. And thanks a lot for watching. Really appreciate it. I will see you guys at the next video.